Hello, my name is Corey Damey, and this is my game, Seasons of Rice. It's a two-player game that takes about 10 minutes to play, and each player is a Cambodian rice farmer. Each of these cards has a paddy side as well as an ancestor side. There are 18 unique ancestors in this game on the reverse side of each of these paddies, which gives a lot of variability to play. And the object of this game is to have the most victory points at the end. And the way that you can score victory points is by scoring these features that are in the paddies you'll be placing in your landscape. So the first one is a house. The houses increase the size of each of the closed paddies that they're in. Workers will score for each worker in a closed paddy, but the more that you have in a closed paddy, the more points you're going to get. And finally, buffalo. Buffalo are worth a whopping 2 points per buffalo that are inside of a closed paddy, but they're worth negatives if they are wandering outside in open paddies. So at the beginning of a game, each player will get 2 cards at random, and they will choose which one they would like to be their ancestor. And so I will go ahead and just choose one, and the other one will go right into my landscape. And then each player gets a hand of 7 cards to begin Seasons of Rice. So in this game, there are 2 draft phases. There's the wet and the dry season. The wet season begins with this hand, and each player will get to choose one to take and play into their landscape, and then take a second card and play it into a communal dry season row. My opponent would do the same, but and then we would just switch hands and do the same thing. Once each player has placed their last card in their hand into the landscape, this begins the dry season phase. The person with the least amount of points will take the first card from the dry season and place it into their landscape. So if I was the person trailing in points, I would go ahead and take one card from the dry season and go ahead and place it right into my landscape. And then my opponent would do the same, alternating until there are no more cards in the dry season. When the last card has been taken from the dry season row, the game ends, and each player counts up and scores 1 point for every single closed paddy that is inside of their landscape. Then they also take any end game scoring ancestors and apply those points as well. Whoever has the most points wins the game, and that's Seasons of Rice.